with the release of Modern Warfare Remastered, that game first off was tied to another game, and all the DLC on it that was released for the original Modern Warfare was re-released again separate of the remaster edition, and all sold at a higher price than they were before. So like stuff like that will skew it higher. And
okay, sorry to catch the audience up of what we're talking about. Hi, welcome to PostBoned. I'm this guy and he's the other guy.
Yeah.
We're talking about video games and I guess how much money they cost back in the day.
We were talking about how we're about halfway through this game already after like an hour.
And we were
playing.
curious like how much was this game when it first came out. We don't know specifically what this game was, but Nintendo 64 games apparently went for like what was it like?
I think $50.
It was like $50.
Yeah.
So like okay, so if that's the case, what was that adjusted with inflation? It was like 60 or 70 today's dollars. I think it was $70 today's dollars.
There you go.
So that means that for a technically $70 game back in the day, you would have only gotten like, let's see, because here's the other thing. There's a couple things we're not equating with this. We have played this game for so long. This is definitely one of those games that's a lot easier once you've played it one time, because you know where everything is, you know what you're supposed to be taking pictures of, you know all this different stuff. Did you actually take a picture of the Grimer to submit to Oak? Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Sucked.
That's fine. There's one right there.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, that's better.
Wow.
And there's a muck.
Look at Grimer.
And there's a muck too somewhere. I can't remember if it's here or there. Oh, is that how you make them transform?
Oh no.
I can't remember. There's a way that you can make those guys transform. Or no, it's a wait. Throw an apple right there. Not there. Like near the hole, near that one. Oh, I missed.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that there's one of these areas that if you throw an apple into it, like maybe there or something. I would love a game like this where you can explore. Anyway, so what we were talking about is like, I think that according to the stuff that I just looked at, which might be not correct information, I don't know. But according to this, if games were $70 back in the day, that means that by our standards of money today, that means that the price of video games has gone down. What Walter was saying was that the amount of content that you actually get in the game is not comparable. But let me ask you this: do you think that there was more content in? Do you think that there was more content in Super Mario 64 than there is in Mario Odyssey?
I would argue at that point that I think Mario Odyssey does have more content, but at the same time, Nintendo has always been one of those, been a publisher that's been a little different.
That's fair. So like, all right,
like
I'll say
if you really want to quit, I feel like the better example you could give is like,
how about Halo?
EA.
Well, okay.
An EA game, I
don't think that's fair. Because EA
No, I'm sorry, I think it is. They're like a major publisher and like they're releasing major titles all the time. Would you say that the material that EA puts out is comparable to it was 10 years ago, what they're doing today? Like, do you think they're putting out the same amount of material?
I guess so. I guess I don't know. What EA games from back in that era? What are you talking about specifically?
A decade ago was 2007, so Mass Effect. I think the first Dragon Age came out around then.
Those are pretty big games.
I don't think I took any pictures this run because
you took one of the Grimer, so we still need one Pokemon. That's okay. We can just go through one of the other ones. That's fine.
Oh my god, this is.
No, because if you go back through the volcano, you can get at least 2 more that we haven't gotten before.
Yeah, I should have just picked the volcano. I don't know why I did the cave again.
That's okay. We're talking. We're just talking this episode. Yeah. It's fine. This is gonna be a short series anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. So you had games like Mass Effect. You had, I think, Dragon Age. If it wasn't 27, was 28. So,
okay.
Or I should be saying 2000s. So you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is.
Decent. Look at me.
I like that Grimer. I really like that Grimer.
It's like, hello guys.
We took 5 pictures of Grimer. All right.
He's like, you didn't get my good side. I'm all goopy on this side.
I know. Oh man. Okay, so that's. Ooh, excuse me.
One more.
Jesus.
Uno mas.
Right. So, but yeah. And like, what games are being released now by EA?
Yes.
I'm asking you because I'm playing the game, and if you don't know, you can actually
Jesus,
look it up.
I do not remember. I don't know what game that. Oh, okay, Star Wars, Battlefront.
The one that had like the massive controversy of pay-to-win mechanics and loot boxes.
Yeah.
That
I mean, I'm not saying that that's a good example. I'm saying that's your example. Look, all right.
I'm saying
here's
that's
something.
proving my point.
Okay, but here's something comparable then. So Bungie, right, is a fairly consistent company, all things considered, even with their most recent nonsense that they got going on, with Destiny 2 and all that.
Isn't that the company that also took out, like, everyone was super pissed because they took out colors and made them an expendable thing you had to spend money on?
No, that was
like the color. It wasn't like
shaders,
a big
yeah,
thing.
no.
Yes, like Destiny 1, they came in like packs and they
have
were
to,
infinite
you
usable.
never,
But
yeah,
in Destiny 2, they were like expendables, and you didn't even get enough to cover all your gear.
That was really unfortunate because that was what everybody was saying, like journalist-wise, but that's not at all what happened. You never had to spend money on shaders, but it was just an option. If you wanted to spend money, you could get more shaders. And now they're consumable rather than being. Look, we're not talking about the problem with consumerism and video games and DLC. We're talking about like how much money was it versus how much money I guess is it.
I'd argue that's right up there with consumerism. How much money are you spending versus how much are you getting between a decade? Like, I feel like that's what we're talking about here.
No, because okay, well, it's more content than not less, because in Halo 1, you did not have the option to be able to change your Spartan gear at all, besides in the multiplayer, which it was just like red, green, blue, yellow, and I don't know, a few other colors. But now you actually have full capability, and there's different armor sets. There's different like guns that you can equip. There's actually like a whole. Oh, there's the other ones that you can get too. You can still call it over the.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me.
I'm trying to back them up a little bit so you can get the whole shot. There you go. What I always did was I always tried to like lure them back and then bring them forward with the apple, like they're searching. Oh no, you killed one!
Yeah, I did.
What's wrong with you?
It's funny.
Oh, it's not funny. It's sad. But look, man. I think with all things considered, video games are probably a lot less, and you get more content now than you did back then.
Wait, they're a lot less, and you get more.
Yes.
You are completely contradicting yourself there.
No.
You are saying two things that are opposite.
No, I'm saying you pay less. You pay less money for more content now than you did back in the 90s. Because you just couldn't get that at all. You just couldn't get that much content in the. Okay, fine. Ocarina of Time was not a complete game. The DLC was Majora's Mask. Then that way you're doubling the thing. I mean, like, I can say that. It's not true, but I could say that. That's essentially your argument with the Destiny 2 thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
They literally made a whole other game with Majora's Mask from assets.
Okay,
I will left over.
Well, what I'm saying is that okay, so like
I don't
so the
get
expansions,
what you're trying to argue here.
The expansions for Destiny 2 are basically separate games. They're not necessarily the same thing. Are they as big as the first game? No. But just because they're DLC and they build upon the first game doesn't mean that, like, that would be like, okay, so imagine a scenario where Ocarina of Time is on the N64 and you just have to put in Ocarina of Time, and then you also have the option to be able to play all the content from Majora's Mask.
I'm sorry. I really feel like the biggest flaw with what we're talking about here is you keep trying to bring up new things that add other layers to this, but you're not actually addressing the top layers. You just keep peeling back, trying to look for a fucking layer where you can win this argument.
All right. Well, then let's go back to the very beginning of it. So what is it that you are trying to say? You are trying to say that
I am arguing that you are not getting as much content as you used to because they are carving it up.
I just don't see. I don't see that because you can get more content on the disc now than you could back in the day. You can. That's certifiably true, right?
Yes, but that's the thing. That's the thing. They are not putting all the content that they can on the disc. Many companies take the practice of saving what they're making, You can't get a full product. Sometimes they have to
What
carve
is
it
a
up
full
for...
product? Explain to me what a full product is in terms of video games, I guess. That's kind of where I'm losing it. Like, I don't... Because people can say that, like, a base game is not the full experience, but to me, DLC is an additive. It's like... That's like saying that you want some sprinkles on your ice cream, but the ice cream is not the full experience without the sprinkles. See what I mean?
Yes. The problem is, if you're already developing content, and then you put it aside for DLC, you've taken away from your product. And this has become a very common practice.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying. You're saying that there are some companies out there that will make the full game and then sell part of that full game as DLC.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I hate size in this. I'm gonna keep bringing that up.
Wow.
Yeah, much better. Anyway, well, that was an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
I
I only got like 120 more points.
Yeah, and no new Pokemon.
Oh, wait, what?